Hi, welcome back to Movie Laps. This time I'm going to explain you an action drama film called Old Henry. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Widower Henry and his son Wyatt live on an average farm in Oklahoma Territory in 1906 near to Henry's brother-in-law Al, with Wyatt chafing at the simple existence of a farmer. After Henry and Wyatt find a lost horse with blood on the saddle, Henry goes to investigate and finds a near-dead man named Curry. Seeing that the man has a gunshot wound, a revolver and a satchel full of cash, he is hesitant at first, but decides to help Curry. He covers their tracks and brings Curry back to the farm, treating his injuries and removing the bullet. Henry uses the surgery as a chance to interrogate Curry, who claims to be a lawman and the sole survivor of a posse that confronted a gang of dangerous outlaws. Henry ties him up and goes to fetch a doctor, and in the meantime Wyatt sneaks into Henry's room and finds his cache of documents, as well as a fine revolver and some bullets. Wyatt takes Curry's gun and goes target shooting outside, allowing Curry to escape his bonds. Curry overpowers Wyatt, but Henry returns just in time to intervene and ties Curry up again. Henry had turned back after spotting three men investigating the spot he first found Curry, narrowly escaping being caught by them after he spied on them from a wheat field nearby. Soon after, the trio, led by a man named Ketchum, come to the farm in search of Curry. They claim to be lawmen from Woods County and that Curry is the outlaw, but arouse Henry's suspicions when Ketchum begins asking questions about Henry's own identity and family. Henry does not give up Curry, and the men leave after a tense standoff. That evening, Henry has a conversation with Curry in which Curry reveals detailed knowledge of people known to Henry, which leads Henry to trust his claims and undo some of his restraints. Curry then tells Henry about his experience as a young ranch hand who witnessed the death of Billy the Kid. The house is suddenly attacked by Duggan, one of Ketchum's men. After a game of cat and mouse in which Duggan crawls underneath the house to ambush them, Henry rousts him out with a shotgun and then strangles him in the mud as Wyatt watches. The next morning, Ketchum returns with the rest of his gang, greatly outnumbering Curry, Henry, and Wyatt. Curry encourages Henry to surrender and turn him over, telling Henry that it is hopeless and that they should not die for his sake. However, Ketchum has captured Henry's brother-in-law Al and, when Henry refuses to surrender, shoots him in cold blood. Wyatt emerges, enraged, and opens fire, and he and Henry manage to duck back into the house. Henry goes into his room and retrieves his expensive gear, saying, "Keep your damn head down, you'll be all right," to Wyatt. Curry recognizes the phrase as something Billy the Kid said to him when he was a young boy, and realizes that Henry is in fact Billy the Kid, who faked his own death with the help of Pat Garrett. Henry pretends to surrender, and then draws his revolver and shoots Ketchum in the face, killing several other outlaws before diving back into the house and slipping out of the back door. Whilst Curry and Wyatt hold off the remaining gang members, Henry stealthily eliminates several more until only Stillwell, the gang's tracker, is left. Stillwell pretends to surrender but tries to kill Henry with a throwing knife and is shot through the eye. Henry suddenly comes under fire as Ketchum emerges, revealing that the shot to his face only mangled his cheek. They engage in a running battle in which both men are wounded, but eventually Ketchum runs out of bullets and Henry shoots him in the head. Returning to the house, Henry is about to bandage up the injured Curry when he spots a brand on Curry's arm. Curry shoots Henry in the stomach, admitting that he was a lawman but was corrupt and allied with Ketchum. He had attempted to betray Ketchum after realizing the outlaws were going to kill him once his usefulness had run out. Curry apologizes to Henry for bringing all of this violence to his farm, but then boasts that he will get to be the man who killed Billy the Kid. Wyatt overhears all this as he is fetching his father's shotgun, and he kills Curry from the doorway before Curry can execute Henry. Wyatt tries to help his father, but Henry tells him that it is too late. Henry speaks earnestly to his son, telling him that the world is changing and Henry has no place in it anymore, but that he hoped his son, who raising him had given his life some meaning, would now find a place for himself in it. He dies in Wyatt's arms. Wyatt buries his father next to his mother and leaves the farm along with the cash, 2 horses, and their few possessions. Subscribe our channel for more amazing explanations. Thanks for watching.